So I remember this day so vividly. So the manager of the group home, she calls me and she was like, she's asked me my name, and then we set up a and this time too, I was horrible with putting gas in my car. And then before I had the baby, my best friend and me, we used to go to the plasma donating place to get, the money. I was there every week. Tuesdays and Thursdays we would go just to put gas in my car. And mind you, I had like a little hoopty, so it didn't take, but like back then, it would have probably took like $15 just to fill it up. Because it was a small car. It was just a two-door. Oh, I hated that car. I mean, I didn't hate that car, but with the baby seat, oh my God, you had to climb all the way in and out. Oh my God, that was hell. But yeah, so I had a horrible time putting gas in my car too. Like, I would think there was enough gas in there, and I would get stranded so many times with that car and not putting gas in it. But I would always have like somebody who would be there to like either push my car out of the way or push me to a gas station. But I was very horrible with putting gas in my car. So, because that was my first time having a car, like I didn't know like the maintenance and everything like that. I'm like 20 something years old and this is my first car. Like, my mom didn't have a car when we was growing up, so we just knew about the bus. And mind you, he wasn't really a man anyways, because he didn't even know how to change a tire his own self. So he didn't teach me anything, just to put gas in it and go. And that's what I used to do. So this day where the manager of the group home calls me, so I go there and I meet her, and she was like, so I told her, what I did at the other place. And mind you, that was the whole point of even fasting too, because I was also fasting for a job. But I was fasting for a dream job, not that job. Because when I found out, because mind you, when I was working at the those doctor's office, those facilities or whatever, even at the other facility where my friend worked at, I was making $9 an hour. And when I came there, she was like, they're gonna start you off here at $8.50. So you can imagine, like, of course I couldn't pay my bills on $8.50. And mind you, I used to work when I first got there. I worked my normal like 40 hours, and then they started cutting it down where like I think 35 or 37 was now considered full time. So, and anything past that would have been like overtime or whatever. But because group homes, they are very underpaid, and yeah, very underpaid for what we had to deal with. But she was like, okay, you got the job. Man, when I tell you, I told you. When I tell you, I was so happy. Like, I started crying. Because mind you, we're going into to the second month where I still can't pay these people their rent. I'm already late on July, and I'm already late on August coming up. So by the time I get hired, I don't start until September, because it's like the end of the August. So so I'm sitting here trying to figure out, but I was so happy that I got the job, because now I could tell my landlords, like, give me some times and I'll pay you. Well, they knew like that I wasn't working, but now we're coming into, I don't start until September. So when I tell you, I boohoo cried like driving, because I was like, I might have to go back home, because I can't. This is going on 3 months. They're gonna end up kicking me out, like whatever. So I was so happy, because now I could tell them like, hey, I'm about to work. So the week he comes to see me, and like I said, this was when Facebook was starting to pop or whatever. When we started to lose the weight, I started posting pictures of myself. Now he's kissing ass. Now he's kissing ass. Somehow, some way, he ended up getting $10,000. And he was like, when he gets the money, he's gonna pay July and August. I would just have to pay him back. How I'm planning to pay him back. And I'm like, pay you back? I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll pay you back. He's like, when you gonna have to give me whatever you get from your income tax, because now you got 2 kids. I know you're gonna get more money. I said, okay, yeah. I just want the rent to be paid. So mind you, I think did he bring his mom? No, I don't think he brought his mom. His mom ended up calling. He called his mom when he got there. Took pictures of the baby and everything like that to, I guess, show his mom. And then his mom was telling me, like, she's the reason. She was like, I know, because he knew he was going to get that money and knew I wasn't working and wasn't going to provide nothing. And she was like, oh, I'm making sure he's going to give you the money for the rent for last month, this month rent. And then, since you're going to be, and I'm going to make sure that he pays half of next month. Because he said he had some other businesses thing he was going to do. He's going to give me half now. And then when he gets back and makes some more money, he's going to send me the other half. That man never sent me the other half. Never sent me the other half. Thank God I was so cool with my landlords, because I'm like, I start on this day. I gave them that half. And I said, when I get my first paycheck, I'll give y'all the other half. So when I started working there, this is why I say, like, not all females be weird, but they be so weird. So when I started, mind you, I mean, all of them, like, I fell in love with, they always, but females have, like, this real wicked side to them. Really wicked side to them. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense, like, a lot of the backstabbing that people do to each other, like, even friends. So, mind you, when I start working there, my daughter's, like, 4 or 5. No, she's 3-4 months when I start working there. And I'm not trying to, and you know, I already had that idea that I'm gonna start sticking up for myself and not letting nobody walk all over me. But there was this incident where it was another coworker that got hired the same time I got hired, which is a male. And mind you, I don't talk to people at my job, because I already know from that last job how everybody, and mind you, my best friend was coming back and telling me a lot of people who was it was even married couples sleeping. You knew they were married and they were sleeping with people at the job. Like, so I was real disgusted. And then, yeah, like, so this is another facility, so I know a lot of people out here sleep with each other.